Rami, before I get other people, you last time when you were on our show, you said certain space needs to be ceded. Today, after 2 days, I kind of sense of realize the only place where some sort of a compromise can happen is that you have a different person running the state, and then the conversation should start. I mean, the conversation is not starting. वो होता है ना स्कूटर में वो किक नहीं लग रही है, वो किक कैसे
Absolutely,
पड़ेगी?
absolutely. And I think, it isn't lost on anybody that, there are both sides, there are groups in both sides that are asking for the resignation of the chief minister. But, my concerns are greater. The kind of deep leveled lines that we have seen cannot be just for 6 months, if we have president's rule or this assembly is dissolved. I don't think these fault lines are going to heal even then. I think the attention has to be towards calming people's tempers down, and ensuring that nobody picks up weapons, or nobody is in a state where they think that the answer to their problems is this sort of indulging in this sort of violence, and that again has to, I mean, this has to stop. This has to come from the people of Manipur. I know it sounds really simplistic, but I don't think any amount of government, any amount of forces can really bring this sort of peace unless all these organizations, all these groups that are involved, the common man that is involved, really takes that initiative to call an end to this violence. And, there is going to be a lot of politics, there's going to be a lot of deep seated hurt, there's going to be a lot of mistrust, not just with the government, but with each other. So, sorry, I heard
No,
somebody
no,
else
not
talk.
at all. This is the
You
other
know,
side of the story. When the day started, we showed the visuals of people saying, "Please, Rahul Gandhi, come." Now the day is ending. There are some people saying, "Please go back." So you must have heard the nat. Not an issue.
yeah. No, no. I just think that the government is only one part of the problem. There are many, many vested interests and many, many vested parties in this entire conflict. And it's not from one side; it's from both sides. So until and unless these groups, these organizations decide, look, we both made mistakes. One way or another. Both communities, all communities have been impacted, and we've had enough. 2 months it's been going on for, and the tensions have been on for much longer than that, and we can't live in this sort of limbo. So eventually civil society will have to. I don't see a group coming up saying, we only want peace and nothing else. We can discuss about things later. We've seen all sorts of banners come up. We've seen road blockades. We've seen groups protest. We've seen people say that we want a solution first, not peace. We've seen all sorts of organizations only complicate the matter. We've not seen one organization come up saying that, look, we're not saying this one's right or that one's wrong. We're just saying that the state needs some level of peace. We need to have some restraint on ourselves. And I think that kind of sensibility needs to, come in at some point. This cannot go on forever. And, Manipuris, irrespective of the community they come from, I am sure it is beginning to dawn on them that, irrespective of whose fault it is, Manipur as a state and communities all involved are going to not just be financially or economically impacted, but for a long time to come are going to be impacted psychologically as well.